Do you ever have a gut instinct that turns out to be correct? Or are you particularly gifted at identifying trends or piecing together metaphorical puzzles? This may happen to you occasionally, or frequently, but for other people it happens all the time because they have an uncommon personality type that permits them to think in a unique way. Introverted intuition is characterized by a profound, almost counterintuitive grasp of the world around us. It is a cognitive function. That's just another way of saying it's one of the ways we use our minds. It's often difficult to describe how or why you know what you know. Sometimes your dreams seem to come true, your instincts almost never fail you, and you have a knack for understanding people and situations that defies logic. In this video, we'll discuss everything about introverted intuition and the signs that you may have it. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today I will shed some light on the signs of having introverted intuition and how you may have it without realizing it. However, before we begin, I would like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any future videos. Let's dive in. Number 1. Driven by inspiration. As an introverted intuitive, you base your decisions on your inspiration. This is also why it might be difficult to explain to others what you do and why you do it, because your inspiration often comes from the least likely sources. You have an intuition that provides you with a view of the future. This sense then becomes the motivator for your actions. Number 2. Maintaining privacy. If your privacy is really essential to you, you are likely to fall into this category of people. People frequently mistake this trait of yours for arrogance, but the truth is that you simply treasure your privacy. Before you decide to reveal your deepest feelings and thoughts to someone, they must first gain your trust. More significantly, you dislike opening up in front of others, so you keep your thoughts and feelings to yourself most of the time. Since social media is a thing in this age, I believe this is true for most people, and much of what you see isn't the truth. Number 3. Gut feelings about something being right or wrong. You often get to hear that you should go with your gut instincts, and that's especially true for these people. The special thing about them is that they get these hunches when something is out of line with their ideals and morals. This population can frequently avoid making mistakes by simply listening to their instincts. They are always aware of their environment and the people around them, and they are quick to recognize if something is off. When anything is awry, intuitives have a subconscious feeling of awareness without even realizing it. They become extremely anxious if they do something that doesn't line up with their innate sense of morals. Instead of pushing away your intuition, learn to accept it and go along with it, since it will give you peace of mind knowing that you followed your heart. And it's not like these people discard all sense of logic when it comes to their gut feelings. It just means that they use their intuition to then examine and come to a conclusion. This sets you apart from the other personality types, which don't necessarily rely on gut feelings. Number 4. Individualistic nature. You are always more interested in the new and unknown than in the tried and true. You are skeptical of authority and like to make your own decisions on whether or not rules should be obeyed. Constraints, repetition, and routine are the things which irritate you the most. You care less about what society has to say and more about what you think is the right thing to do for yourself. For example, you don't trust things at face value and always dig in deeper to find the absolute truth on your own. You like having your own freedom to do whatever you want and don't like to abide by the rules which other people have formulated, and you decide for yourself about what to follow. Having your own unique style and preferences are what makes your individualistic and independent nature to stand out. Number 5. Daydreamer. A pretty surefire sign of being an introverted intuitive is that you love to daydream and often fall into it without realizing. You need to understand how your newly acquired knowledge fits into the bigger picture. Your mind needs time to create and experiment with new concepts and hypotheses. When this happens, you really appreciate it if you can isolate yourself from any outside stimulus. Being alone in a calm, dark space provides your thoughts freedom because most of your discoveries come out of the blue and are triggered by items in the environment. This is when you can automatically synthesize knowledge, and it is when you generate generally have the most profound insights and aha moments. You are the most interested with the big picture of all sorts. This is explained in terms of your NI, which is the most abstract and forward-thinking of all functions. NI is all-encompassing. Its visions, answers, and insights appear as all-encompassing wholes. As a result, you frequently feel more like beneficiaries than creators of your brilliant ideas. These people, generally, believe they have been gifted a sneak peek of the future, or at least a vision from a possible future, because of the inherent sense of completeness in NI-spawned insights. This foresight might serve as the driving factor behind their desire to see their objectives realized. Many people claim to daydream a lot, but have you ever daydreamt with such intensity that you forgot what was happening in your surroundings? Do leave a comment below if so. I would love to read all about your guys' experiences. Number 6. Truth and honesty. According to a research published in Psychological Science, the more contemplative you are, the more honest you are. Introverted intuitives like contemplation. They consider before they say, and they prefer to tell it as it is because they don't have the time or want to lie. That is, they respect honesty in themselves and expect the same from others. This also goes the other way around. The truth about things around you is really important to you as well. You value truth a lot and are willing to go to great depths in order to achieve this truth. Like I mentioned earlier, this also ties in with a previous sign that your need to find out about the truth and the bigger picture on your own is also reflective of your individualistic nature. Knowing that you are uncovering the several layers of truth about the world around you one by one is what keeps you going. If honesty is high on your priority list, you may be an introverted intuitive. Number 7. Abstract conversations. You enjoy profound conversations so much that you despise trivial banter. The more speculative and perplexing the conversation is, the more you're drawn to it. The common belief is that introverts despise people, but the truth is that you despise small talk. You thrive on understanding complex concepts. The more abstract and ambiguous the topic of the conversation is, the more you are invested in it. As author Diane Cameron puts it eloquently, introverts crave meaning, so party chit-chat feels like sandpaper to our psyche. If you're an intuitive expert, you could be wondering what you're worth to the world. After all, extroverts tend to grab all of the world's external success, while introverts are left high and dry, even if they do all the work. But don't worry, your worth to the world is far more than you realize. Some of the smartest people and the most prominent figures throughout history have been introverts or introverted intuitives. Number 8. Acceptance of different perspectives. Introverted intuitives are open to hearing other people's points of view. They can then see how common ideas can connect disparate points of view. This allows them to relate to others, even if they have opposite viewpoints on some issues. This acceptance of others benefits the globe by spreading a fundamental level of respect and kindness that the world sorely needs. When dealing with contradictory evidence, introverted intuitive personality qualities are also useful. Others believe that two contradictory claims cannot coexist at the same time. One of these must be judged incorrect. Introverted intuitives, on the other hand, can employ their inner creativity to reconcile opposites and transcend puzzles. When attempting to solve contemporary problems, people frequently go to the past. They look for previous solutions to the problem. Introverted intuitives, on the other hand, are receptive to new ideas and enjoy exploring new possibilities. They can use their intuition to find new ways to solve old challenges. Number 9. Hard to explain perceptions. Much of what you comprehend and think comes from within or the internal world, and you frequently struggle to put it into words. When you try, it sounds like abstract babbling, making it nearly impossible to understand by others. This can be difficult and isolating at times. However, it is one of the characteristics of introverted intuition. It's not because you don't want to explain it, according to author and MBTI expert Dr. AJ Drenth. It's just that you need to put in more effort while crafting your explanations. He says, this process can at times be difficult and painstaking, sometimes taking longer than birthing the vision itself. But in order for others to trust and get behind it, INJs must do their best to translate their vision into words, images, or formulas. Number 10. Questioning nature. Some people accept every truth and argument without inquiry, but you are not one of them. Why do you always ask? From the most basic to the most universal, why is the ocean blue? Why is the universe here? And how does all of this come together? You are compelled to comprehend the universe's whys and how everything fits together. It's similar to daydreaming. The brain of an introverted intuitive is more active than the normal person's. It's no surprise that you enjoy profound thought. You yearn to ask probing questions. But it might be the case for most of these people that when you try to have a conversation with someone, many individuals become uneasy when a conversation enters particularly sophisticated, abstract, or unexplored ground. Moreover, introverted intuitives require appropriate, open-ended questions to be stimulated. Open questioning can help them overcome mental obstacles and provide the stimulation they need to grow and create healthy worldviews. Dr. Lori Helgo, a psychologist, says introverts are not driven to seek big hits of positive emotional arousal. They'd rather find meaning than bliss, making them relatively immune to the search for happiness that permeates contemporary American culture. When introversion and intuition operate together, it can produce distinct visuals, positive problem-solving strategies, and novel insights. If you are one of the rare people who have this personality type, it is beneficial to learn how to use it to your advantage. Hopefully, the information presented here will be useful in making better use of your introverted intuitive muscle in order to acquire a more holistic perspective and stimulate creativity. Please take a moment to share this content with those who may be intuitive introverts or know someone who is. And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. Do check out the video appearing on the screen, and I will see you in the next video.